Hi guys, so today's video is going to be an update video to the video that I initially filmed on this wig. This wig is the UniWigs Perfection human hair wig. I initially filmed a video on this in December, so I've had this wig for 5 months, but from December until the 27th of March I wore this a handful of times, and then from the 27th of March to today, which is 7th of May, I've worn this wig every single day to be able to give you guys an honest 1 month wearing this wig review. So if you guys are interested in how this wig has held up as an everyday wig, then keep watching and make sure you subscribe because I will be doing more of these videos in the future. Okay, so the first point that I'm going to make is I do think that this wig has faded slightly. I don't think it's anything drastic. It's still the same colour as the initial video that I filmed. Bearing in mind I do have different lighting now, but this is pretty much the same colour. It may have faded a tiny bit, which has kind of brought out more like highlights, which I don't mind because initially I did find the wig was very dark, especially like on the roots. So I'm not overly bothered about the like tiny amount of fading. It's really nothing noticeable. Just obviously when you wash the wig you may notice that a little bit of colour will run out of the wig. In regards to washing this wig, I have washed it 4 times. Twice I've used shampoo, 2 times it was just conditioner. I'm trying this thing with wigs where I don't use too much shampoo because I don't really feel like you need it, as long as it's getting a deep condition, and I like to leave my wigs soak in a conditioning treatment. I don't find that it really overly needs shampoo. I find it dries out the hair more than anything, so I have been just washing it that way. In regards to like shedding and tangling, I will say I've had minor tangling, which is at the back of the neck. If you've had wigs in the past, you will know that this is really common. As it rubs against the back of your neck, you are going to get tangling. I will show you that on the bed just so you guys can see what I mean by that. But shedding has actually been not too bad, to be fair. If you look obviously at this video, and if I can put the other video by the side, you guys will see that the hair is pretty much a similar thickness to the initial video that I filmed, which is amazing because wigs do tend to shed quite badly in my experience, but this one has held up really well, so that is a definite bonus to this wig. So I'm just filming this clip to show you guys that the tangling that I experience is at the top here, as you can see. This is the only bit of tangling that I really get. Like, the rest of the hair is fine. I can run my hands through it perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. It is just that little bit at the top, which is obviously where it sits on the back of my neck. So I'm not super annoyed at it, and it is that type of tangling where if you just brush it away, it'll just straighten back out. In terms of the way that I've been styling this wig, I have been curling it almost every single day. So I'd say I am using like a substantial amount of heat on this wig, but I wouldn't say that it's overly dried out. So the oil that I've been using to help with that is this one. It's the Got To Be Glued, no it's not, it's the Got To Be Oil-licious. I'm so used to talking about the glue that just came out automatically. But this one is the oil version. It smells really nice, and I do just find that a tiny amount, just pop it on your fingers and run it through the ends. It will keep it looking like healthy. I spoke about in the initial video this wig not having bleached knots. I haven't gone ahead and bleached them. I decided I was just going to stick with putting foundation in the parting. The only issue that I do have with the knots is around the ear sometimes. If I'm putting it behind my ear, I have to be careful that not too many knots are shown on the side, but like I said, that can easily be fixed with makeup. So this wig was, I believe, 18 or 20 inches long, which is a little bit shorter than I usually would go for in wigs. I'm usually around like 22 to 24 inch wigs. Those are usually what I would go for, but I actually prefer the shorter length at the moment. I'm finding it's a lot more manageable than like super long wigs. Like I said, the only tangling I'm getting is at the back of the neck, which for me is good because I'm used to having like a day where I'll sit in bed all day, and when I like get up to move, the wig is like ugh. So it's better for me that I have a bit of a shorter length, I think. And so far I'm really liking this wig. It's held up really well for the time that I've been wearing it. I really don't feel like since the initial video to now it's changed a lot, which is really good. I want to add in as well that I have not been like overly careful with this wig. I'm not finding that you need to be like super gentle like when I'm washing it and everything. Obviously I'm gentle with it, but it's not one of those wigs where you have to be like, can't brush it just in case, you know, it all falls apart. It's a very well like structured wig, so wearing it, brushing it, like pushing your hands through it and everything, it's not one of those wigs where you have to be really careful, I think is what I'm trying to say. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you guys know what I mean in terms of like human hair wigs when you have to be like really careful. It's not one of those wigs. I think you kind of compromise maybe like the really natural hairline for a wig that's really durable. I personally would prefer a wig that is durable than having like the supernatural hairline. That's just my opinion. Obviously people will have different opinions on that, but for me having a wig that lasts a couple of months is a lot more important than having like that amazing hairline. So it's obviously worth noting that this wig was gifted to me. I did not buy this wig with my own money. UniWigs kindly sent me this wig to do a review. They did not give me like any specifications on what needed to be in that review, and they definitely didn't say that I needed to do an update. I am just doing this because I think personally it is helpful. If you're like me buying wigs and you find it difficult, I think having, you know, a reference of somebody who's worn the wig every day for a month can be really helpful in knowing what you're exactly buying. I think there's a massive difference between unboxing a wig and wearing it for a month. You get like a completely different opinion on a wig after you've worn it for an extended period of time, as I've explained in other videos. So that is it. I think I've covered everything, but if you do have any questions, feel free to send me a message or leave me a comment. And make sure you subscribe if you want to see any more new videos. I am going to be carrying on with like my synthetic videos coming up. I'm going to be doing a couple more reviews. I've got some exciting ones coming up. So if you guys want to see that, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!